Hi, my name's Melanie Myers. I'm an infant massage instructor and I'm going to show you a snapshot of a class that we run here at Freemasons Hospital that goes for an hour. Massage is a wonderful way to connect with your baby each day. Regularly massaging your baby can greatly improve the vital systems within your baby's body. So these vital systems include the circulation, the nervous system, the immune system and the digestive system. Creating this space to massage your baby each day, to nurture and to care for your baby, will establish wonderful bonding relationships between you. Before you start your massage, you will need a pillow, a towel, a light swaddle and also some oil. I'll encourage you to use what you've got in your pantry at home for the oil. A light sunflower oil or an olive oil or a coconut oil would be perfect. At this early stage, please try and avoid any nut oils because we don't know which babies have nut allergies, and also avoiding complex list of ingredients in pre-packaged infant massage oils at this stage. Things to consider with the environment when setting up before the infant massage. So the warmth of the room is important, particularly for young babies who may still feel the cold a little bit, and they'll become unsettled if they're feeling too cold. The music is a really nice thing to put on a couple of minutes before you start your infant massage. That will be used as a cue for your baby so that they will recognise that music comes on and massage is to follow. The environment is also particularly important, so reducing as much stimulation as possible for your baby when you're setting up is really great. So turning your TV off, putting your mobile phone on silent, avoiding overhead lights and just placing maybe a small lamp or something on for a bit more ambient light for your baby. The ideal state to massage your baby in is the quiet alert state. And this is where the baby's body is feeling very still and settled, but in their face they're awake and they're alert and they're looking and listening. So as you can see, I've put the pillow on my crossed legs and I've got a towel over the top. I've folded my swaddle so that it's only half his body length so that I can swaddle him up once I've undressed him. This position will make him feel very comfortable and secure because the pillow comes up around him and will hug him. Whereas if we had him projected out into the room, he might feel a little bit insecure and vulnerable. So I'm going to undress the lower part of his body. So we're just going to unzip his little and take a little leg out. This often makes a baby a little bit unsettled, but the swaddling afterwards should settle him again. So we'll just get those little legs out. And then we just tuck a hand down and wrap that swaddle around. And this little hand down. He was quite happy with his hands up in the air, wasn't he? But it will stop the startling reflex if we put his hands, wrap his hands down into the wrap. And sometimes they get a little bit of a fright then. Then we just have his little legs up like this. So to begin with, he might be a little unsettled. If you find that your baby becomes unsettled, you can just place your hands like a containment hold just over the body and he should relax and settle under you again. Make sure that your hands are nice and warm and take any jewellery off that you think might scratch your baby. So before we're actually going to massage our baby, we're going to ask if they would like to have a massage. This is an incredibly important part of the infant massage ritual that I'm teaching you today. So by doing this, your baby learns that they are in control of their body and that if anybody wants to intimately touch them, right from the word go, from their birth, they have always had to give consent for this to happen first. They then carry this through life with them and it becomes a very normal process for them. So what we do is we give them a little cue because they're not going to understand our verbal language at this early stage. So we place a little bit of oil into our hands, just a small amount, and then we swish our hands in front of them and say, "Would you like to have a massage, Zach?" And when you do this, if you get signs of disengagement where your baby cries, puts their hands in front of them and blocks or looks away and is unable to engage with you, then we wouldn't go ahead with the massage. It's really important that we stay consistent with this each time. If your baby is content and settled, smiling, cooing, any of the engagement signs, then we go ahead with the massage. Then we place our hands onto his legs. So to begin with, your baby, and Zach too, will probably wiggle around those little legs. And if you keep your hands nice and solid, he will probably relax under you again. So if you're just tickly touching and doing a really light touch, Zach will probably get quite stimulated. Whereas if you've got a solid hand wrapped around those legs, he'll be much more responsive to being relaxed and calm under you. So once your baby relaxes under you, sometimes they will wiggle around, but once they relax under you, then you can commence the massage. So gliding from the hip all the way up to the toes, and they will wiggle a little bit under you, and that's totally fine. If you feel like they're getting a little bit too stimulated, you can do a containment hold where you take your hands off their legs and just relax your hands over their chest, and they should settle again. Or you can even do the containment hold over their legs and just let them settle under your legs again. The next stroke is a hug and glide. Oh, Zachy. Just do a containment hold and have a little chat to your baby and see if you can settle them again. Refrain from wiggling your fingers and doing too much movement when you're trying to settle them, because it will overstimulate them again. The next stroke is a hug and glide, so it's a gentle squeeze of the leg and then release and rotate, and squeeze, release and rotate. And onto the bottom of the foot. One thumb after another, and as you do this you'll notice that as you touch around here the toes will splay open, and as you touch in here they'll curl up over your finger. These are just normal reflexes in your baby's foot which will encourage the blood right out to their peripheries. And the next one is a little toe wiggle or a little toe roll out, where you're just rolling each toe. The slower the movements, the more relaxing it is. The faster the movements, the more invigorating it is for your baby. The next one is just placing your index finger into the ball of the foot there, and this is actually a lung reflexology point. Holding that point will help to expel any mucus that's in the lungs. Another reflexology point is in here where the digestive system reflexology point is, and just press in with your thumbs. Again, not too fast because it will be too stimulating, and trying to use the pads of your thumbs, which is much more comfortable than the tips of your thumbs. And then across to the top of the foot, thumb over thumb. Little ankle circles. And then back down towards the heart. And then to finish we do a little leg roll. And then to finish, just stroking down the legs. Or in Zach's case, just a containment hold will be enough so that it's not too stimulating for him. And then when you finish your massage, you can thank your baby for receiving the massage. Thank you, Zach, for having a massage today. So that's the snapshot of our infant massage class here. I'm sure there's lots more questions and there's lots more to teach you as well. But that's enough to get you started. So enjoy and good luck.